Don't understand why they would put wood. They got wood on this whole face here. Why would they would put it over concrete? It'd be a mystery. It's all overgrowth. And then all new apartments over here. Taylor Morrison. Oh, I heard a car approaching. I thought he was approaching on the road. It was up inside the secured area. Okay, so the apartment complex owns this old technology building, and they double fenced it too for extra security. Building K2. Alright. Real creative. So obviously there's still some remnants from the early days of the Silicon Valley, IBM and possibly competitors. This is the last building though, pretty much. Once they tear that down, then there will be nothing. Should turn it into a bigger museum or something. There's a lot to learn from the early technology days. But if this building is just no good, I mean, they put boards up all over. Oh, I was about to say, here's a way to sneak in, but that doesn't actually get you into the site here. It's just a part of the park. Looks like somebody managed to get a cart into this little technology. Yeah, there's the wall. Everything at that museum next to the Lowe's describes even this. It almost seems like this is the building that they're describing at Lowe's, but it's probably a separate one. And they probably, that pinnacle thing, they said there was some art sculpture at the old building. That pinnacle thing could have been it. What else would they have done with it, with the sculpture? I'm still having a tough time with my bloody tailbone. This is really frustrating. It's itchy, I scratch it, and then it bleeds. I think I'm gonna have to. I actually bought hydrogen peroxide, but I poured it all out because I was frustrated with it. But I think I'll get another one and some cotton. And I threw out my cotton swab things too. I want to have those. Try that. Try to maybe see if it's an infection that I need to kill off. But it is, I mean, still rubbing too. And I also need to clean my clothes, because they're all dirty and I gotta find a laundromat. Just gotta say, it is extremely rare to find a big box store with significant sized trees to serve as shade. Alright, these big box stores are all pretty new. Everywhere I've visited. Only in Wilsonville was there this shopping center that had like 50-foot tall trees that were great for shade. But everywhere else, it's like they're always medium-sized. Cricket player just hit the ball onto the street. It's not too often you can find many places in America to find Indians to fill two teams for a cricket game. They're doing a serious housing building around here. Either that or it's repair. But yeah, they're definitely packing people in, but it doesn't feel like it's a ghetto. It's not the projects here. They seem to be doing pretty good. Got all this fence to prevent people from just walking across the tracks to get to the other side, and this bridge to help people decide to climb over if they wanted to, or you could just take this nice cut in the fence and get on through. Doesn't look like the train comes by too often. What? San Francisco or Gilroy? And then you got this thing. It's like some kind of bobblehead. The arms move. So you sit there and just bobble his head as he goes. On a Sunday, it's really hard to tell if this building is very active, but it could be. This fencing looks pretty modern. Looks like they have a gate guard shack. It's locked. colors. And it's a kind of a part of this apartment complex. There's a ground squirrel, trespasser. Gate for pedestrian. So yeah, I could easily so I don't know what's going on. Must not be that important, because I could climb underneath this fence right here, the gate, and then make my way in if I was so motivated. On that side too, I couldn't bring my bicycle in. I'd have to take off maybe the front wheel and then turn the handlebars sideways. But then the pedals would be in the way. The pedals would have to come off. That's if I wanted to slip it underneath. The multicolor squares seem to be a popular art piece for architecture or design people when they design buildings for the tech sector. There's a sign that says this is a hazardous waste area. Looks pretty sophisticated. So this black fence is kind of new. They had an original fence with this barbed wire on top. It's gray, and then you can see the doors. But now they have this new door serve as further deterrence. Oh, and it's been here a while actually. These vines look well established. That gray fence is much older, probably early 1900s. And then this fence, this black fence, they just let things grow on it probably right away. They probably haven't bothered with any kind of pruning, so I'd guess maybe the 90s. Yeah, you can see this black fence, and then the gray fence back there. Authorized people. It's just they don't bother cutting the grass. It really looks abandoned to me. I'm guessing that these vines weren't so much a mistaken or an accidental overgrowth. I think they were intentionally planted here to grow on the fence. This is one heavy-duty fence, and they might have planted these vines, several vines, to serve as a block. It's not like we can't cut a little hole through to look inside. And in fact, you wait long enough for this overgrowth, and it'd be easier to cut a hole on the fence in the overgrowth, because I've seen quite a few holes in fences where there's a dense vegetative area. Construction workers are either repairing or building this. 5601 A1 on Great Oaks. And wow, look at that. There's security guards down there. I don't think I want to walk down this road. And there's a car approaching. They got some serious operation. 2 big tanks for diesel fuel. Some major operation. Because it's lacking on any advertisement, it's really curious why they would be so quiet on what kind of business this is. That's the transparency I want. I want to see like signs on every building and saying what kind of organization is at this spot. Alright, here's the name, Western Digital. Just wondering what was up. It must be the main campus for Western Digital. I just passed by a sign that said no police services. No police services at this location. And it shows up ahead that it's a training center for the cops. There are a lot of people living in tents alongside this road here. I can see it, you just barely see them. Just barely, but they're all there. It's like 10 of them. And then this guy stops on the side of the road to furnish this little encampment. People seem to think that California is really great, but you know, I'd say the best part about it is the stable, cool weather. Just on the outskirt roads, this university is very busy. I'm afraid to go inside.